Hi everyone, welcome to Terrell Talk. I'm Donna Terrell. This is my internet show that features people I find interesting. One of those people is Jason Macom. He's a paracyclist and is working toward the Paralympic Games in Tokyo next year. I want to thank you so much for joining us. One of the things we want to talk about, I said you're a paracyclist, so you lost a leg. We're certainly going to get into that shortly, but I really want to focus on the fact that you have pretty much dropped everything in Little Rock, and now you're living in Colorado Springs at the Olympic Village. You're in training. Tell me about that and why you decided to do that.
Yeah, it's a huge dream for me, and we had to go 100% all in. Yeah. And we tried for several years to live here, for me to live here, and to work and to train and then to compete at that level. But we found you don't have all of the resources here, and like the complete focus around being at the Olympic Training Center with all the other athletes, with all the support staff, and all the other resources that we have to be able to actually train.
Have you seen it make a difference by being there?
Yes.
How long have you been there now, Jason?
I moved there October 1st.
Okay.
So almost 6 months now.
And it's making a difference.
It is. Yes, there's, on our bicycles we have power meters, and we can track what the progress is of how much power we're putting out for durations of time, and my numbers are growing.
Really?
And the results on the track and the road are also growing. What you're showing there is the track from Apeldoorn, Netherlands, where I was competing at the World Championships this last a week ago.
Okay, that's what I want to get into, because you just said it, 2019 Track World Championships, you competed.
I did.
How did you do, and do you think your training is making a difference?
Yes, the training is definitely making a difference. I did really great. I want a lot better results, of course. Yeah. And the first day was the 1 kilometer time trial. I placed 4th, and my time was better than I've ever done before.
Really?
Yeah, and by pretty big margin as well. And then the next day was there's a flying 200-meter time trial, which you go around the top of the track a few times and then dive in, and it's 100% effort. We're doing close to 40 miles an hour, somewhere in there. Some guys go 45, but a pair of guys are around 40-ish.
Okay.
And for 200 meters, yeah. So it's like that's a 11-second race.
My goodness.
And so it's down to I placed second in that race to my teammate by 4 thousandths of a second.
Oh, 4 thousandths of a second.
Yeah.
I don't even know that we can even demonstrate what that is.
At that speed, it's like this much difference.
Yeah, so, my goodness. Yeah. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You told me you also, there was one competition where you came in first.
I did. Yes, it is a points competition over the 4 races of the whole weekend. So we do the 1 kilometer, and then a flying 200, and then we do the pursuit, which is a 4 kilometer race, a 4 kilometer time trial. And then the last race is the scratch race. And the scratch race is everybody on the track all at one time, and it's 60 laps, and first guy to the finish line is the winner.
Okay.
And in that race it was super exciting. It was very dramatic and intense. There was 2 guys that the race was going, and guys were going, and we were chasing and attacks.
Oh
and
my goodness!
It was really, really awesome. But then 2 guys went, and I was sort of trapped behind a bunch of guys on the track, and the track's only so wide, so
right.
You can't. These 2 guys were able to come all the way around the track and match up, and that's called lapping the field.
Wow.
So those guys, unless somebody else laps the field, that's first and second place.
Okay.
They had it wrapped up. So in the race, it was really fast. Nobody else was able to get anywhere off the front.
Gotcha.
And we were racing for 3rd place in the pack. And with a lap to go, I was at the back in really bad position. And I I was like, okay, well, there's only one way to try to get this, and it's a shot in the dark. And so I went as hard as I could into the bottom of the track, hoping that other guys were trying to pass each other on the outside, and that it would the race would fan out up onto the track as it's 45-degree banking, that it would fan out and I would have a shot underneath. And it worked.
It worked.
And but there was one guy that had just had enough gas or just enough distance that I couldn't come around, and I placed 4th in that race. Okay. But the 4th place gave me enough points to win the overall points competition, and which is called the Omnium. And that's the race that I won in Appledore.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's great.
Thank you.
That is great. I want to talk more about racing. I want to talk, one of the things I do want to know before we end this segment is how your family's handling your being gone. I know they recognize this is a dream, but you have a wife and daughter.
I do.
And I'm sure they miss you being gone.
Yeah. They are very strong, independent women, and I feel comfortable that that I can leave, and they've been ultra supportive of my racing before I was even hurt, and throughout my accident, they've always been there and always supported me, and they realize too that being at the Olympic Training Center would give me the resources and everything that I need to actually be able to have a shot at going to Tokyo and actually winning a medal or winning a world championship.
It means the world to you, obviously. And you mentioned being hurt. So when we come back, I want to talk to you a little bit more and talk about your life before you lost your leg and how that inspires you to work so hard. That is what we will be talking about in the next episode of Terrell Talk. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.